We are back and live, better than ever. I wanted to write down a few topics that I wanted to talk about today, but I didn't really get the time to. I was kind of lazy, but I'll just go over what comes to mind now. So the first thing I want to talk about is, it's been maybe 6 or 7 days since I've recorded something, but I want to talk about this phone call that I actually had with Yusuf, my main homie from back in college. And he texted me actually, and he was like, hey, we should actually talk. And I ended up talking to him, and it just threw me down in memory lane again, and it really put me back in my in the place where I was my junior and senior year of college. And it was kind of like a nice memory, I feel like where I was my last 2 years of school was kind of just in this I was lonely, and I can, looking back at it now, I can easily say I was really lonely my junior and senior year. And I feel like that's when I was coming to terms with okay, part of life is being able to be alone. The solution is not to always find some sort of distraction or somebody else that you can lean on, but it is significantly more being able to be self-sufficient and, being able to sustain yourself with happiness, being content. So when I talked to him, so Yusuf was my one friend that I was really close with, for those 2 years. We took almost every class together. I would always hang out with him. We'd do everything together, and he really was that one person that was there for me those 2 years, and I'm really glad to say that I had somebody like that in my life. The main reason being is he's one of the few people I can positively tell you. Step on my book. I can positively say just gives less fucks than me. He does not give a fuck what people think. There are times he's just down. If it's something he doesn't have that part of his brain where he's oh, are people looking at me? What if I get judged for doing this? He doesn't have that at all. And that's something that I always respect about people who are, one, aware of their mortality, right? Not caring too much about small things, just not caring about their ego, just because they know they're gonna die. And two, people who just don't give a fuck. It's so nice. I don't know how people get to that point. I feel one way you can get there is by really constantly being aware of your mortality, memento mori or whatever. And I guess the other way is to, even if you're not thinking about the fact that you're going to die, you could just not give a fuck, you could just be I don't care about what anybody thinks. So there's two ways to get to that feeling of kind of freedom, but he always embodied that for me, and that was really helpful to have a friend like that, because I could do my nails, I could do whatever weird stuff I want. He never cared. But yeah, so when I talked to him, it kind of just also reminded me of who I was in San Diego. I feel when I came back home, I've been a lot more censored. I've been censoring myself to be okay, you can only do these things because I'm at home, and it's I want to present the best version of myself to my parents. But the best part, I would say, when I think about who Gautam is, my best quality is the ability to try new things. And I'm really proud to say that I'm able to do that. I shave my fucking eyebrows off. Damn, I am the person, I want to be the person who just doesn't care and who's able to just do weird things just because I want to, But when I'm at home, I haven't done anything like that. I've done nothing towing the edge, nothing. So it's just now I'm just a much more watered down version of who my best self in San Diego is. So when I talked to him, I just remembered all those things. I was damn, you got to respect yourself, like who I am, and that was a really nice wake up call, because I was kind of just getting bored with who I was here, just a lame ass tech bro. That's so boring to me. But it was really nice talking to him. That was maybe 5 days ago. That happened. Then I've been reading again. We got a book club meeting coming up this weekend, so rushing again through that book. Love it. It's a great book. It's called After Dark. I love the way the author writes. I'm thinking about starting a poetry club. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be nice to actually write poetry again, and have somewhere to share it. I miss writing poetry a lot. I really want to talk about my fish. The fish that I own have been bumping head hella hard into the cage, or not the cage, the tank, And I don't know, for some reason it just makes me feel like it's trying to commit suicide. It's been alive for a long time and its eyes busted. It's just super sick. So I'm just like, I'm not sure. But I wanted to talk about that actually earlier. I feel like a lot of people attribute human characteristics to animals, and that kind of annoys me. Like when people talk about dogs, especially when people talk about like my parakeets and my fish, because my other parakeet just died. People are like, oh, like I wanted to miss it, this and that. It's like, first of all, like, do you like? I don't know, but like when people say those type of things, like, do you know how a bird's brain work? Like, is a bird's brain capable of the same emotions that humans are? Like before you even know that, you can't say some dumb shit like that. Oh, like it'll miss it, like this and that. What is this memory like? Do birds remember for more than a week? Like, will it forget any pain after a week? Like, we don't, like, unless you know that type of shit, like, birds are not humans. Like, we don't have the same brains. I just feel like comparing animals to humans is really just dumb so many of the times. Like, not saying one is better or anything. It's just, we're just different. Like, we don't function the same. We don't have access to the same modes of communication, feelings. Like, I don't know. Maybe we do. I'm just saying, you cannot make a definitive statement like, oh, they're gonna miss each other or something. Like, you just don't fucking know. I don't know. It just annoys me. The relationship humans have with animals really interests me, because I feel like it's so disrespectful. Not in the sense that, oh, we kill them, in the sense that we don't respect the fact that animals can fuck the shit out of us if we were facing them one-on-one. Like, people don't respect that about animals. Like, animals are beasts. Like we are lucky that we because of the collective consciousness, we get placed into this situation where we have technology and we have things that other people. I didn't create a gun. I didn't create a shield. I didn't create any of these. I just happened to be placed in a situation where all that is around me. If I saw any of these animals in person, I'm getting straight fucked. Like, people need to put respect on animals for the physical prowess that they possess. And not only that, and they're really smart. Like, with dogs, people baby the shit out of the dogs. Like, that dog will fuck you up. Like, if it's hungry, like, leave it in a room for 2 weeks and then try petting it. It will fuck your shit up. Like, but people are like, it's so cute. Like, don't like demean it. Like, imagine if somebody talked to you like that. Like, I'm capable of doing shit. Don't talk to me like a little bitch. Like, damn. Like, I don't know why that bugs me so much. It's just like, I feel like I want to be in a place where, like, we respect animals, like, for being like us. Like, they're not like different. They're also life. Like, delineating the difference between animal life and human life is a really existential question. I would love to hear what people think. It's not so black and white. Like, oh, animals are just less than. Like, no. But yeah, so that's something that I think is really interesting. And then I finished 5 Coursera classes. Super random. I was kind of happy about that 5 have been done. That's a lot. But yeah, so starting that final stretch, I think Chicago is coming in a week or two, so let's hope for that. I don't want to get my hopes up, because I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, honestly, I'm not an ideal candidate. I did graduate with a 3.0, which I am so proud. Like, every time I know that, I'm so proud of the work I did in college. Like, I really was scared I was going to fall below 3, and that last year I was like, I'm getting that 3, and I got it, and I'm really proud that actually went down just like that. Really happy. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully I get into, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what school I go to. I personally don't care. I don't care about anything. We'll just take life as it goes. Yeah, no FAP again, day 1 today. I got this new app. It looks pretty helpful. We'll see. It has like a cost. So what it does is, like, I think it's mainly for people to quit smoking. So every day you quit smoking, it tells you how much money you saved at the end. And I was just like, okay, like, let's just say my masturbation habits, apart from the time, the relationships with people, if I was to quantify all that, I would say not masturbating is saving me $100 a day. And so I put that as the rate. So, like, seeing that value go up has been a little more motivated for me to, like, stop masturbating. So that's something very positive. Yeah, so I'll keep today kind of short. I didn't really have much written down, but yes, I do want to definitely focus on this a little more, get my thoughts out. Self-therapy, baby. But yeah, that's about it. Have a great day.